Happy Saturday. We're right back to so-so weather the day after an 80-degree day, but it's not gonna stop us from doing whatever we need to do, I guess. But whatever. Got up this morning, knocked out my little, whatever you want to call it, run, strides, cardio. It was actually pretty rough. I think it was because I got kind of some funny sleep. I mean, not that I really got bad sleep, it was just, I don't know. I think I ate something funny yesterday, and so it just kind of, you know, messed with the warm-up process. But I mean, I got through it, 30 minutes, and it wasn't horrible, but it wasn't, you know, great either. But I'm glad I got through the workout. I'm glad I got a good sweat in. It was at least warm enough for that. And so, yeah, I'm feeling refreshed now. I'm feeling like I can attack the day. Obviously, I have, if nothing comes up like crazy, I have chest today, chest and deadlifts. So I'm really excited to hit deadlifts again. I've really been working on my form a lot, and I just feel like deadlifts is one of those exercises that's so, you know, rewarding, and it gives back so much to, you know, like my confidence and my athletic ability and everything. It's just, you know, having a lower back injury, it just kind of throws things off every now and again, trying to develop that. But, you know, I just, you know, I take it one day at a time, and if I get sidelined a little bit because of my injury, then I just, you know, I rest, and then I just go right back at it. But, you know, I'm very happy because over the last, since what, almost a year now, since June of last year, I've been able to make gains in that exercise, huge gains. Not for a person that's healthy, but for a person that's not healthy, they're awesome gains, and I'll take it. So the topic for today on endomorphs, really, I was just kind of all over the place, to be honest with you. When I was doing my cardio this morning, I was just kind of thinking, and what I felt was probably most important, you know, out of the scattered thoughts that I had, was this whole idea, once again, of making the diet that you're following, or lifestyle that you're following, enjoyable, because binges are real. And, you know, that's one thing that I feel like sidelines so many endomorphs and gets their wheels spinning for, you know, months and months, years and years, is this whole idea of, you know, trying to be perfect. You gotta wipe that idea out of your head. If you want to be lean as an endomorph, you are going to have to eat enjoyable foods. Just like I was saying yesterday, you know, in combination with that, you are going to have a clear and happy mind the majority of the time. You are not going to be able to be stressed out and dealing with a bunch of crap and be able to eat the way that you need to eat to get lean, especially if you have a tremendous amount of fat to lose already. You are going to have to make some serious, like some ridiculously serious changes to your life. But alongside of that comes this, you know, discipline to only eat certain amounts of food. You know, you can eat the stuff that you like, you can have the ice cream, you can have the chocolate, but you're only going to be able to have a teeny little bit of that stuff. Teeny tiny little bit, you know, just enough to say that you taste that stuff. Because insulin, you know, sugary, you know, I grew up, I watched my dad, you know, eat his way into bad health from, you know, the time I was around him. But, you know, for the time I was around, I watched him eat a lot of sweets and stuff like this. And I said, you know, like, man, it must, you know, this guy really does like sweets. Like, I knew that when I was young. And that ended up being my problem, sweets. You know, insulin sensitivity, sweets don't mix. You know, my dad ended up having a heart attack, you know, at pretty young age, because, you know, I believe he's an endomorph, you know, not, you know, as endomorph, you know, not as, you know, he may be kind of mesomorph, endomorph, but still, you know, I'm more towards the endomorph than my dad is, because I believe my mom's an endomorph. So two endomorphs marry each other, or endomorph mesomorph marries an endomorph, you can have endomorphs. And my brother, sister, and I are all endomorphs. And, you know, my sister has it like worse than we have it, but she just doesn't really control things as well as, you know, the brothers do. The brothers are older too, so they have a little bit more of an understanding, a little bit more active, you know, whatever. But when you have two people, you know, that are getting married and making a child, and they have these traits, you know, most likely the heavier traits are going to take over. So, you know, a mesomorph, endomorph has kids with an endomorph, boom, 3 endomorphs. So, you know, when you looking at how he ate, I was like, you know, man, this guy eats a lot of sweets. And when I got older and I started realizing, hey, you know, like, man, I got to get this weight thing under control, I started looking at my diet and I was like, man, I eat a lot of sweets. And that's the thing that you're gonna have to come to grips with. You know, like, what is it that you're eating? What is it that you like to eat that you think could be causing you the majority of your problems? You know, if it's sweets, then you don't want to cut those all the way out. You just want to say, okay, instead of eating the whole darn box of cookies, I'm gonna have, you know, a couple of servings per day. And you just say, okay, after those couple servings are gone, that's it. I'm not having any more of these cookies today. Or, you know, whatever it is. If it's fattening stuff, you know, sugary stuff, you have to limit that stuff as an endomorph. But it all ties in. It all ties into the psychological game. So I'm not going to keep you too long, but just understand that your eating patterns and the decisions that you make surrounding food and your mindset are tied in with each other. You know, if you have to find that mindset that is going to allow you to eat the portion sizes that keep you within your macros, within your calories, and within the parameters of your insulin, your sensitivity to insulin. Because insulin goes up, fat loss stops, and your body starts storing fat. It's that simple. You keep your insulin down, you keep burning fat, and your body's burning fat, and your body also is using the foods that you're eating for energy instead of using them as fat reserves. So, you know, that's it in a nutshell. I'm not Mr. Scientist, but from what I understand and from what I've experienced, when I eat that way, fat pours off, wake up lighter every day, feel better, you know, better cardio when I run, all these different things. So hope everything helps that I talked about today. Happy Saturday.